So, Formula One is the oldest and most prestigious championship in the world. It has a neatly organized revenue stream. F1's biggest revenue stream comes from the sale of television rights and sponsorships. For F1 teams, revenue begins with one word: sponsorships. Without sponsors paying big bucks to apply their decals to their race cars, teams would not have enough money to show up at the tracks. On average, sponsorship contracts are negotiated for a minimum of 2 years and a maximum of 5, although most hover around the 3-year mark. The lifestyle of Formula One drivers certainly isn't bad. Flying on first-class flights and sometimes even private jets, staying in plush hotels and mingling with A-list celebrities in the paddock. Glamorous it may seem, but the drivers are certainly pushed to their limits in an attempt to get the best out of their 220 miles per hour cars. And they're duly rewarded by their teams with significant salaries, some more than others. F1's highest caliber athletes take home a significant base wage and also benefit from bonuses and sponsorship deals. So, how much do they get paid to drive the fastest cars around the greatest tracks in the world? How much do Formula One racers earn? This issue is always discussed with pleasure and extensively. Reliable information about the salaries of the best racers today is almost non-existent, as Formula One refuses to talk about money. Aside from team bosses, racers, their managers, and lawyers, only tax professionals who have to deal with athletes' income know exactly what is specified in the contracts. It'll come as no surprise that Lewis Hamilton is the best-paid driver in Formula One. Hamilton will receive a salary of $79 million in 2020. The other big earners in the sport are Sebastian Vettel with $69 million, Daniel Ricciardo with $55 million, and Max Verstappen at $26 million. The Dutchman is the only one who in the top 4 still receives $1 million salary in double digits. Lewis Hamilton, annual salary, $79 million. Lewis Hamilton, 7 times world champion and currently best paid driver in the world. He has a good deal with Mercedes. He earns $50 million per year from his contract with Mercedes and his winnings on the track. He also has endorsement deals with L'Oreal, Sony, Puma, and many others that earn him about $30 million of the $79 million. Sebastian Vettel, annual salary, $69 million. The 4-time world champion Sebastian Vettel's contract with Ferrari puts his salary to $69 million along with bonuses, making him the second highest paid F1 driver. He's endorsed by watch brand Casio, car manufacturer Infiniti, clothing brand Peppa Jeans, and car petroleum brand Shell. He's also driven for the rich Red Bull team with its massive budget. Daniel Ricciardo, annual salary, $55 million. Daniel Ricciardo's salary is capped at $55 million for 2019 and 2020. But that's not all. Renault promised him £100,000 worth of medical expenses per year, along with a $10 million performance bonus. The bonus depends on where he finishes in the championship. He finished P9 in 2019, so we're sure he got 100% of it. Max Verstappen, annual salary, $26 million. Despite the young age, Max Verstappen's yearly salary stands at $26,400,000, thanks to exclusive endorsements. He's the youngest driver to start a race, be a race leader, score points, and set the fastest lap. His annual salary at Red Bull makes him one of the highest paid drivers in the world. Charles Leclerc, annual salary, $14 million. Ferrari calls Charles Leclerc their future. He has a contract with the team that lasts till 2024, and he's praised for what he's capable of. His debut prompted Ferrari to sign him for a 5-year extension. From $3.5 million in 2019, Charles Leclerc now makes $14 million per year. Moreover, this sport has always been about living the high life, from James Hunt back in the 1970s to Lewis Hamilton in the present day. The fastest cars, the biggest houses, and the most beautiful women. Some things never change.